Hello folks, Hot Rod Rodney 25 coming back to you with another video. Today's video is going to be a little bit of an add-on progress to Prestonburg. The Prestonburg area on my layout, which it would be the second level of the front add-on layout out here out front of the shed. It's actually the second level here. The other part of it over in different places of the main layout would be the third level. So it would actually go on the third level to the second level out here and then back to the third level over in the back. So, and the reason it would be the third level there is because the second level is that small, or where all the boards are right there, where the two tracks are at the moment. Those tracks will be tore up, those two that's going across there in an angle, because I got other plans to change my track plan a little bit, make a little bigger yard, even though a lot of it is hidden. Well, anyway, back to what this video is actually about, so I don't do a lot of rambling. The add-on to Prestonburg Rail Trail and Campground. Well, I put some green colored sand that you might have seen me show in my live feed. I sprinkled some of that, glued it down. I put a piece of poster board up to cover the mountain frame and the newspaper, rock and all that was sticking out from the original mountain. That takes care of all that. It looks a lot better than having cardboard and stuff in my videos when I film at this angle. If you look through here, you can see from this end of the campground rail trail, or the Prestonburg rail trail, you can see that red and white thing through there. That's actually, if you go on this side, if I don't bump something, that's actually that Western Maryland engine sitting in front of the rail trail entrance, which is kind of off to the right there. And that would be where the vending machines and the imaginary showers and the restrooms and ice machine and stuff like that is. That piece with the white, with the writing on it, is actually removable, and there's a big hole in behind there that I cleared out of the original mountain, and that's, a good place I could hide like relays or circuit board, and it'll be easy to get into, to work on and so forth. But anyway, here's the runaround track for the yard in the back of Prestonburg, and the two front sidings out in Prestonburg. And as we go through the tunnel, as you can see right there, there's a set of feeder wires right here on the end where I need to continue with the track someday. And you can see that wire going across there is just the jumper wire. It's going from this track, or these rails, to the rails on the runaround track, and those black feeder wires are feeder wires that go back there to where I have it all wired up in a like a junction area. But once it comes off this platform and goes onto these two bridges, it is going out of Prestonburg. So once it hits the bridges, it's a whole different, it's going to be a different name for those bridges. And when it comes around, or comes around this way, whichever the case may be, this will be a whole new different town or place, location. But here is my little rock break mountain. This kind of splits the scenes a little bit. And yes, these are bridges, guys. These are them upside down truss bridges. 2 of them, and I hooked them together with screws. And if you look under here, there's a piece of trim going across the bottoms of them, and then I put little pieces up inside the trusses and screwed it all together to help hold them and support them better, rather than them, just falling down in the middle and flexing. And they don't do that now. But anyway, that hole, if you watch my Prestonburg video series, part 1 through 14, I believe, you'll see that this was just a hole in here that I put in with this big piece of foam. That's all that is screwed up to the plywood underneath with drywall screws. Works just fine for what I'm using it for. It's just keeping the foam in, no big deal. No weight on it. And I put a bunch of this scrap foam in there, stuffed it in there, I put different stuff in there, plus the tops of the mountain of Prestonburg that I carved off to, when I carved it. I put the stronger top pieces in there, guys, for rocks and all, so it wouldn't be spongy. Over here, it's a little pushy because something didn't evidently harden correctly, but I'm not going to worry about it because there's going to be no big items on there or anything. Just going to be a ground cover rock area. But yeah, I made rocks. I put plaster cloth on it. And it's drying pretty good. So that's what I wanted to show you in this video. Just an update on some progress in Prestonburg and the new rock cut right here that separates the Prestonburg runaround or yard runaround track and the bridges that have yet to be named. And you can see the space in between the boards and the bridges. It's not up against it, so they are free floating through there. Besides for the exception of they're actually braced with that piece of trim. But till the next time, guys, thanks for watching. Hot Rod Rodney 25 out. I kind of figured that was going to